Right. Let me get some materials and I'll get straight into it. So I'm going to be going along new controller editing binds and sensitivity, because with the new update today they released new controller sensitivity, building sensitivity, and new editing binds. So I'm also going to be going over my own controller binds, because in the comments I got asked to do a video on that, so this is what I'm doing. So if we look at my controller binds, and this is why I think these are the best controller binds to compete against PC players, and the best controller binds overall, if you don't play claw or scuff, if you don't have a scuff controller or play claw. So if we look, I have jump on the left analog stick, and that is because I have put, if we go all the way down, I've put sprint by default on. So Tfue uses this as well. This is a legit strategy. Just put sprint by default on, because you don't need to be, when you're not sprinting in this game, realistically you are always sprinting. The reason why I put jump on the left analog stick is mainly for my movement. So instead of me having to like jump then like look when I'm trying to turn a corner and shoot someone, just jump then look then try and shoot, I can actually like jump, look, and then like aim and shoot. It's so much easier to control my movement, especially when like building. It's just, I have so much more control. It's even when editing, like I can jump and edit. I couldn't jump and edit before, like whilst looking around. It just makes such a difference. Also, another thing for editing, if we go back over here, actually I'll go through that later. Then I've got sprint, so I've got my sprint and sprint auto sprint on down on the D-pad. It's because I never really press this, and if I do want to auto sprint, like whilst doing my inventory or something, I just press twice down on the D-pad and I can keep auto sprinting. Everything else is roughly the same. It did take me a while to get used to this, using this as a sprint. Using the sprint button as jump, because the left analog stick has been sprint for me since like Modern Warfare days, you know, Halo days, like Halo 3. Just, it's always been sprint. So it did take me like a week to get used to. I still mess up sometimes, but it's changed my movement of my character, the control of my character so much, almost to the level of a PC player. Obviously I don't have that mouse where I can turn as I want to. I'll always be stuck at one sensitivity turning, but the movement of my character has become way better. I can hit harder shots with hipfire, jumping. The rest is roughly the same, so my pickaxe is still Y or triangle. Obviously this is Xbox, an Xbox controller. I use an Xbox 360 controller. Reload and interact the same, building the same, and then I put edit on A because I have a free button. I don't use A for anything because my jump is now on the left analog stick and sprint is just always on. So I put edit on A, so I have tap to edit. And I thought this was great. Didn't take me too long to get used to. Took me a day or two. Just kept pressing edit. You can just, the best thing to do to get used to edit really is just to do this over and over again. Just to keep pressing the button. Just, you get used to it in no time, and just like do a window and then close the window, do the window, and close the window, type stuff. Then we go on to build controls. So my build controls are all the same, except from obviously the edit. Now there is one difference that I did here that makes is a huge difference. So the rotate and repair on controller used to be on R3. Now I put mine on X because I've put my traps on R3. This is because when I'm trying to place a trap, right? Let's say I've got someone boxed in or someone's above me. Someone's above me. Oh my god, I can't edit. Is happening, bro? Right, let's say someone's above me and I've coned them, right? And I want to trap them. If I've got trap in this, I can just press and look around at the same time. It makes such a difference rather than having to look, double tap X, look, double tap X. I can look and just like spam in the right analog stick. It works so much better, it's so much more helpful. Next, let's go on to edit controls. So with edit controls, it obviously confirm is usually B and reset. So this is what it would usually be like. Confirm would be B and reset would be here. Now I always thought this was a bit stupid. I didn't like having my edit on A and having my confirm on B. So straight away, as soon as these edit controls come out, I put confirm on A. You always want to have confirm on the same button, just like PC players do. If you go onto if I jump onto a mouse and keyboard, like right here, if I jump onto a mouse and keyboard and I place a wall, F is edit, and if I want to edit something, F is confirm. See? If I want to reset, F is confirm. It's the same button. If I change it to G, it's the same as well. Also, reset is very easy on a mouse and keyboard. You just click in the right analog stick, bang, done. That's it. Just click in the not right analog stick, sorry. You right click on the mouse, and then you confirm it with G. So when I jump on controller, edit A, confirm, edit, and now I use B to reset because I always felt like clicking the right analog stick felt dodgy for me because you confirm it with A, you confirm it with B, so it was always so far away. Again, if you play Claw, this might not be too much of an issue for you, but for those who don't play Claw or have a scuff, this makes the difference for me, honestly. I only changed these an hour ago, whatever, because I updated the game just then, but this makes the difference for me, in all honesty. It's going to take me a while to get used to these new editing, but this is going to be the fastest that I can get it. Next will be the building sense. So they added in a new building sensitivity. I haven't really messed around with this, to be honest, because I just thought I might as well just put it at maximum and just get used to that. There's no point trying anything else in my mind, because I feel like if I can get used to the quickest building sensitivity, then I will just be as quick as I possibly can at building. Now it is very quick, and it is taking me some time to get used to, but at the same time I do feel a lot quicker with this building sense. Like, I mean, obviously I would, because the building is just a lot quicker, but at the same time it makes a huge difference. Like, one of the main things I realized with this building is, like, if you're getting shot from behind, because you're stuck and you want to place a wall, when you usually get shot behind on controller, it takes you, like, you can get hit like 3 or 4 times before you can turn around and actually place a wall because of your sense. But if you, in this building sense, if you press build, you can turn around and place a wall in a second and protect yourself. So that is a really good habit to get into, especially when people start shooting at you. You can press B, turn around, and place a wall in an absolute second. Like, even if you want to, you can just fucking spam everything. But that's why I've got mine on maximum. Let me know if you find out any better building sensitivities that I should try. I'm just going to try and get used to this one for the moment. Now the next thing, which is really important, there is no reason to not use this, is Builder Pro, build immediately. You want to have this switched on. So basically what this does is, instead of having to press, so basically on a mouse and a keyboard, it's always it's a 2-input process. If you want, let me jump on my mouse. So if you want to place a stair, you press, in my situation, I press Q, I place it. If I want to press a wall, I press E, I place it, and then I click. That's it. It's a 2-input process. On a controller, before, it would be you press B, then you press the right trigger once, and then you press the right trigger twice. Or you press B, then you press the left trigger once, and the left trigger again to place it. But with Builder Pro immediately on, you press B, and then you press the right trigger once. So it's a 2-input process now. You press B, and then you press the left trigger once, and it places it. That is it. You can't see where you're going to place your ramp unless you, like, look up. You look up when you're going to place your ramp, so it's red, and then you can place it, or you can look where you want to place it. But it's just a 1-input. I just press it once, it places it so much quicker, so much quicker. This makes a huge difference for controller players. The biggest difference I've seen so far. I am a bit frustrated that they didn't put in an edit sensitivity, which doesn't really make much sense to me, to be honest. But if I spin around, this is my sensitivity not building, this is my sensitivity building, and if I press A to edit, I'm still in my normal sensitivity. I'm not in my build sensitivity, which is a bit dumb. Like, see, they should have made it, because I would be able to edit so much quicker if I could have it, just not even the build sensitivity, just my own editing sensitivity. The same as the build sensitivity, just it has editing written next to it, and it only applies to your editing. That would be, Epic should really, that should be the next thing for controller, because I don't understand why the building sensitivity would be able to change, but the editing sensitivity stays the same as your aiming sense. This doesn't make sense, because editing is a part of building. but that's the way it is. These are, in my opinion, the best binds you could have to compete with PC players. It's the quickest you could get if you don't play on a SCUF controller and you don't play Claw, or even if you play Claw, some of these may be helpful to you. I have a friend that plays Claw and uses similar binds like mine. He uses the jump, because even though he plays Claw, he still uses his thumb sometimes to jump, and this can really change for him. Oh yeah, and so what I was said about earlier about the editing, if you want to edit a lot quicker on a controller, make sure you go into settings, you go in all the way down into control options, and make sure you turn edit mode aim assist off. What the edit mode aim assist off does is it means that you have the freedom to edit how you want. When you have it on, what it does is it will lock you sometimes in certain squares, and it slows you down towards certain squares. So you hit that square, you don't want that, it just slows you down. It's pointless, stupid. Make sure you turn it off and get used to it. It really doesn't make sense to have it on whatsoever. You can argue about it all you want, but it is just makes you slower in every shape or form. Any really good player on controller will not have edit mode aim assist on, because it just slows you down. Next thing I just want to touch on is this new sensitivity is very good for like doing 90s, but the one thing about this new sensitivity is it really is going to take some getting used to. Like, I can just feel, I can still build, like, because it's just in my system. Oh god, because it's just in my system, because I know how to build already. It's just the sensitivity like messes me up sometimes. Like sometimes I'll be trying to do like put a roof on the back here, but because my sensitivity is so high, it's just going to take some, oh my god, I might edit, it's okay, you can see this is going to take some work. Like, I feel like I'm looking all the way up here. It's going to take me some getting used to, but then again, it is my first day. Yeah, it's my first day using these binds. I will get a lot better at these. Let me, as soon as I can get some gameplay with my new binds, my new building, I'm going to see what I can do with it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any better binds that you think I should try out, better sensitivity, let me know. And that's about it really. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Yeah. Let me know if you would like me to do a video on 90s, because I have a few tips I can do, especially for controller, on how to get your 90s quicker. Let me know if you'd like to know my resolution, if there's anything else you guys like to see, some gameplay, because obviously I play on PC, I've never played on console ever. I've seen some of my friends play on console, but I only play on a PC. I only ever played against PC players and against PC players. So let me know what you guys think. Oh god, 90s do feel a lot quicker. The sense is just stupid. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. Please show some love and support. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, because it really does help me grow. Even though I've only just started on YouTube, I am trying. So please do your best to support me, and love, appreciation, yeah, and yeah, let me know what you'd like to see next. Peace.